So we got a whole lot to talk about today. For those of you that don't know, again, just been a very eventful week in the culture. Man, we got Kanye West living in stadiums. We got Drake with the subtle reminder that the boy is home. We got Takashi and WACK 100. We got my son. Like, it's so much stuff going on. Then we got the skater. First kind of black skater guy throwing up crib. He's died. It's so much going on. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get into the WACK 100 situation, just because I know a lot of people come here to hear, what my thoughts are in regards to things like this, especially seeing that I understand both sides of the game from a very high level. So let me just lay the framework down for it. For those of you that don't know, DJ AKADEMIKS has a podcast now that's out on Spotify. His first episode, as I called 8 months ago, would be with Takashi 69. He added WACK 100 to that situation, and then the interview ensued. Following that, WACK 100 took a lot of backlash when pictures was just revealed prior to the interview being dropped. Now that the interview is actually dropped, we kind of get a glimpse into what the conversation was, the environment, the atmosphere, and it was a lot going on that you probably got to be cut from a certain cloth to understand. See, what Takashi don't know is, in the streets, see, this is why I say, and I'm gonna get to it in a real way, but Takashi don't know, he don't know about the triple cross. He can't know about the triple cross. See, as a boss, it's my job to understand the position that the team is in. It's my job, right? So when you got a dude sitting across from you and say, yo, tell your team to come on camera, it's my job to say my team won't come on. No, my team ain't coming on camera. We don't need my team to come on camera. This ain't about my team, right? But you play into it because you don't have any boundaries. See, street dudes got firm boundaries because we understand death is on the other side of certain mistakes. So we got strong boundaries. We not gonna just, hey, tell your team to come on camera. Man, I wish they would come on camera. Oh, but I let my team come on camera. Well, that's you. I bet you like to eat a whole bunch of carbs. I don't like to eat many carbs. Right? We different, huh? How you survive and what you do don't got nothing to do with me. But Takashi ain't he don't have no foundation. He looking for a way. So if you say this is what I'm trying to tell you, another classic case of being tricked out your spot. If you tell Takashi, man, you ain't no real street dude if you don't show your team, he'll show his team. Man, you ain't no real street dude if you don't come on out with no security, he'll come on, right? So the man don't understand what's really going on. And somewhere along the lines, he's lost his way. He's lost his way. What he think he is and what he actually is. The circumstances he think is surrounding his actions and the events. And the reality of the situation is different. And the only reason I say Takashi 69 is not in touch with reality is because when you sit there and say, hey, your Chicago dude's not like that. Yo, we looking at the numbers, Slime. We looking at these, they like that. They do this. Yo, these rapper dudes not like that. Well, I think it's almost like you ever seen a dude get cheated on by a girl and then he got to keep telling himself, nah, she didn't cheat on me. She wouldn't do that to me. She wouldn't do. You be like, bro, you caught her in the bed, bro. Nah, man, that wasn't like it. It wasn't really like it. He gotta do that for him to be comfortable with being able to maneuver around. Because if he actually took these things serious, it would scam to death. You got a nigga that try to trick theyself. I ain't scared of you, motherfucker. I ain't scared of you, motherfucker. Whole time I'm just trying to get close to you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, don't be scared. I don't need nobody afraid. I don't need nobody afraid. I need you to walk right into this bat trap. Do not be afraid. And he'll be somebody that'll do that. Now, well, I'm gonna tell you something about this WACK 100 and Takashi 69 and DJ AKADEMIKS podcast interview. In my opinion, this interview could lead to the death of Takashi 69. Right? See, you gotta always remember what's going on. Part of the reason people ain't moved on the guy is because they don't have any intel on the dude. In the streets, it's very seldom that they approach what they don't know. It's either one or two things. People been telling them, man, he ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing. They'll run into that and possibly get killed, or they'll at to get him the strength to go on with their move. You see what I'm saying? So if somebody thinking he got police, now this may lead to his death because you just showed your team. Then you got a dude who some people don't respect. Some people in the game don't look at WACK like that. You know, I like what WACK say. You know, I got to have a conversation myself with him. I don't know him, but I receive him as a honorable guy. When he do something like this is what confuses me, right? But some people don't hold WACK to, oh, let my team gonna do this and that. They don't buy into that. So when they see him sitting next to you saying your team ain't ready, they like, oh. And then you try to go off camera, kind of insinuate that you might got a firearm. That's the least of your worries, beloved. I just think the intel that was never there is what caused people not to move on the guy. And doing this interview in WACK 100 got you bringing your team on camera. You got saying your team ain't ready. You got one dude with you that's about some. You done disrespected 25, 50 people that may got teams that'll move or got the money to make something move. So one guy, two guys, five guys, they worried about is the police with him. So keep campaigning that the police ain't with you, man, and then I think it's going to be an attempt at some point. You see what I'm saying? But you got to be careful with these guys, man. These street guys, they triple cross. They, and not saying WACK could do that, but I'm saying where I come from, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man. And then if I would have showed up, I would have either showed up by myself where he knew nothing, or I'd have showed up with so much going on that he'd be like, nah, they can't get the dude. You don't show up like this and then play into the narrative. Not for WACK. This ain't for WACK. You know what this is. He reporting live from the trap. If you think ain't nobody reached out to WACK, or they ain't got people picking information from WACK to try to figure out, hey, what is he? And WACK ain't got no ties to it. How we know the call can't come down to make WACK obligated to give some information up? WACK fall up under something too. But the little dude think this is all entertainment. What happens is he got away with stuff for too long. He almost like a child that you let run off and write on the walls and break the dishes and got food under their bed now, and you ain't doing nothing about it. So now in their mind, there's nothing wrong with this behavior. Now, even if it is something that could possibly, if there's some consequences possibly on the other side of this, they're not as extreme as y'all want me to believe, because they's never happened to me. And I'm not really from the hood, so I haven't seen it happen to none of my comrades. I come from Barron, my friends at young ages, my family at young ages. Sometimes for things they didn't do, but situations that occurred, right? So that, hey, man, people. So for me, we don't play like that. But you must be in a situation to understand the games of the streets. The games of the streets, dog. And then it's always, boy, some undercover game going on that, I don't want to necessarily say is the case, but it's important that you make sure you in tune with what's going on. Another thing I notice about the little dude is he don't have enough game to understand what's happening. Right? It's the same way if you don't talk rap. If you're in the studio with me and I go to saying, yo, pull the EQ up, compress the vocal a little bit, put a quarter delay on that, and make sure the reverb is cut the reverb down some. You gonna be looking around like, what was he talking about? And Takashi don't understand street lingo, sneaky street lingo, right? So let's be clear about something. If you tell me that you a gangster and I call you a civilian, I'm calling you a bitch. And I try not to cuss because I'm running ads at a very high level. But if you think you a gangster and I call you a civilian, I'm calling you a bitch because I'm basically telling you that you confused, little nigga. I'm telling you that you don't got what it take to be what it is you think you is. You don't even possess the skill set. And then compounded with that, I tell you, yo, now the little dude got gangster thoughts now. Do you know what I'm telling you about you? If I tell you that you got gangster thoughts, do that don't even, like, see, if you didn't come up under this, you don't know how to get around this. These little dudes are coming from spots where it's easy to blend in. It's easy to fake it. It's easy to talk like this. Nobody's never done nothing to you. You never seen it happen next to you. I've been standing right here and somebody's died right there. Not a drive-by, a walk-up. So my mentality is way different than some dude that think they ain't like that. I think they like that. I'm handling them like they like that. Because I've seen it happen. And the interview kept going on. The interview was 2-3 hours long. And then a part came up to where they got into this space where they were talking about who snitched on who, right? And I'm gonna play a little clip from it, but they got into this place where they talked about who snitched on who and why, you know, WACK kind of gave them an out and was like, yo, that's New York business. We don't worry about that. And not to say we do worry about that, right? But when you don't worry about something, that means you don't engage with it. Meaning we don't necessarily co-sign it or we don't, it just, y'all need to deal with y'all backyard. But we definitely don't poke no gasoline on it either way because that's a cosign. We know where we from. We know when that dude killed my cousin and you standing next to that dude that killed my cousin, we know how I feel about you. We see why 50 done at the Buck when he was running around and standing next to some of these guys that had some real issues with him. We know what it means when you stand next to the guy that stand next to the people. If I was in the street selling whatever I was selling, and now you ain't the police, but you hang with the police, then I gotta treat you like what? Where we come from. Or should I ignore that? I'm not gonna ignore that. I don't have that luxury. My family depend on me to make sound decisions when my freedom is at the forefront. So you can't ask me to be naive enough to say, yo, you see me, you know, but see, this is where they getting you at. They saying that it's entertainment. And they switching it over to the entertainment and saying, nah, this is entertainment. It ain't entertainment when, well, let me go back because I got to speak about this. They got to this point and I'm going to play a clip of it. Where they got to this point where they kind of start talking about, you know, why do people care that I snitch? I didn't snitch on them. I didn't do this and I didn't do that. Let's hear a little bit from the clip and then we'll come back.
Yo, WACK.
Go running to him. I bet he's gonna get
before I gotta go running to him, he gotta run into all the fucking dead friends he got. The people who killed him, they still walking.
I don't know.
I ain't worried about that, nigga.
That situation.
Listen, let's get back to 21 Savage. This is what I mean about this. I said this 5 minutes ago, and now we getting to the point because he want to. Were you in the club or were you at the club?
You insinuate you there.
What point we making? What point we making? I want to figure out the point. All right, y'all right. Both in the same club. Everybody's clear on that. Y'all are in the same club. What does that mean?
So we got to get to the point. You know, where he talked about 21 Savage. A lot going on with that situation. Y'all hold on. I'm trying to unpack this. We'll definitely get to the 21 Savage. So we're in a part of this interview where he's talking about seeing 21 Savage in the club, and they're going to kind of get into Snoop Dogg and some different things about why so many people is worried about him telling.
Will say you was in the same club as 21 Savage.
Okay.
But you was not
You're not kicking. You wasn't kicking with him.
He trying to confuse.
You ain't walked up on 21. Did you walk up with him like you walked up on me? He's trying to
confuse on him. No, I don't have to do
it. But also 21. I was static with him.
Watch this. Yo, you sent me that video? You sent me that? All right. I never mentioned 21.
Don't show me no video. You in your section.
No. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that.
That's what you gonna do.
I never met 21 Savage. I heard that he not even from America. He from England.
Yeah. I spoke to 21 personally. He has no issue with you. So I'm going to be honest with you.
I know who got an issue, though.
Watch this.
I know who got an issue.
Let me finish after.
But it's up there.
Blueface want to beat your ass up in that ring.
But he don't got enough money for that.
You know what you mean?
Yo, I walk around with $1 million cash every day.
Listen, we ain't talking about how much money you got.
All right, let me get back to 21 Savage.
You want to take this fade with Blueface
I'll take it for the same
in the ring.
For the right amount of money.
So listen, wait.
Yo, you tell me what? It's up there podcast.
How much was I was going to sign for the Aiden Ross shit?
20 million.
Okay, so you telling me right now?
How much?
See, this is what I'm saying about intel. Now, if the $20 million move go through, it ain't worth me giving the intel up, because I stand to make 30% of that for just doing this and being involved with it, of the 20 M's. Now, right? But the intel. Ask yourself why Blueface manager is aligned with Takashi. I've seen this happen in the street so much, dog. I'm talking about, man, dudes get close to dudes, just close to dudes. They just need a little information. You know, now what could happen is, because we all human, is you can fall victim to. Now by default, now you in a situation where you riding with the little dude, but you started with the trying to just peep what's going on. He posted, man, y'all ain't got enough game in this game, man. That's why I know it's got to be 100 million waiting on me, man, because y'all ain't got enough. Y'all don't know enough. See, somebody got to sit down with WACK like me and just pick that shit apart that he's talking about, right? And when you a real nigga and y'all pick shit apart, you supposed to take that and say, that's true. Because I got to accept truth is truth. The truth is bigger than anything. Ego, love, money. The truth is. So for me, I got to accept the truth for exactly what it is. So I can't. Ask yourself, dog. I manage Blueface. I'm a blood from the land. He sent some bloods down. He done told me suck his, SMD. Everything that could cause me to have a problem with him, I'm deflecting. Yeah, you might have told me SMD when you was running, but now you came over to the West Coast disrespecting us, but that was really such and such. Yeah, you posted game, but that was really, I think it's about some intel. You understand me? But let's keep going.
Tell him what's up for that shit.
He told me 20. He said 20 million. He said 20 million. He happened to ring with dirt.
Ain't that for no fucking Blueface.
But it's up there podcast.
So you telling me? So it got to be 20 million. Can't be 10 million. 10 million ain't enough.
It's not,
to run a fade with a nigga that y'all got an issue. Yes or no?
How much y'all paying taxes?
That we ain't got nothing to do with that. We talking about an extra 10.
Are you talking about the extra tax bracket? Blueface is nobody.
I'm asking you. Listen, I'm asking you.
And I'm telling you, nothing
so
under 20 million.
Take 20 million for you to take that ass whooping?
Yes.
So
yo, didn't I say yo?
Wait.
What was the company called?
Social Gloves.
Social Clubs. They said, yo, we got 15 million. I said, yo, listen, make it 20. They can make it happen. That white boy has that demographic, right? He has that demographic that Jake Paul got. I would do it with him. Blueface don't got that demographic.
For 20 million?
Yeah.
You would take the squabble.
I'll take the
He
squabble.
said for 20 million, happen with anybody.
All right.
You will happen with Meek as well.
Yeah, I'll do that shit for free.
Watch
this. Yo, look.
Wait. Remember you told me that.
Yeah, but listen, yeah.
All right.
Now hear me out.
Cause I'm gonna put the motherfucking contract
Listen,
up. Hold on.
Wack, you trying to avoid 21
No,
Savage?
I'm not.
I don't know if they cool. I don't know if they cool.
21 got no. What's the point you trying to make?
All
right, go ahead, make the point.
Make the point.
Look, the fans probably like, nigga, get to the point. 21 Savage, we was in the club together. I don't know this nigga. This nigga from the UK. He not from America. He want to be from here so bad.
He from Atlanta too.
What do you mean he want to be from here so bad?
All right, look, let me get to the point.
It was a 21 before it was a 6'9", wasn't it?
Let me get to the point. Watch this.
Was there a 21 Savage before it was a 6'9"?
I don't care.
All right. What's the point? We gotta get this
downplaying the nigga like he wasn't here first.
Yo,
So let's just lay the framework of what's happening. So WACK 100 has decided to go on DJ AKADEMIKS' new podcast called Off the Record with DJ AKADEMIKS and sit down with Takashi 6ix9ine for 3 hours. He says he don't view Takashi 6ix9ine as a snitch. He views him as a civilian, which is why he's going to sit down with him. So they went on and on. Now we're to the point where he's kind of talking about his run-in with 21 Savage. Let me just say something about this whole civilian thing. I don't agree with this whole. See, that's what I'm saying. People are in situations where they just allow people to talk because they scared of them. You understand? I don't agree with the whole civilian can tell thing. I think that it's even. I think that there's morals that supersede gangster, civilian, street dude, civilian, criminal, civil. I think that there's morals that exceed those, that supersede those, which is mama and them, granny and them, all them told you to mind your business. Now, if somebody's doing something that's in your neighborhood, maybe can affect you, I don't know how to feel about that. But I also, as a street dude, had an issue with the people who, when I just pull on this street to meet one of my people, they getting my license tag and calling, hey, I think it's a drug dealer in the area. He's driving it. I ain't bothered nobody, ain't hurt nobody. Matter of fact, I done paid 3-4 people light bill on this block that this person don't know. Regular civilian, right? And this is my neighborhood the same way as your neighborhood, right? So I don't agree with that individual looking out the window, writing down my tag and calling police either. I'm not causing harm to anybody. I'm not hurt. So it's levels to this whole thing. But I don't agree with the civilian just can call and tell on anybody and it's cool. I don't agree with that. You know, somebody might say, well, stay away from civilians. What the civilians are in my neighborhood as well. Like my mother is a civilian. My cousins are civilians. I got family that's civilians. And I shouldn't have to leave my neighborhood if I'm not bothering or hurting nobody. You understand? These boy lives matter. You understand me? But let's get back into his encounter with 21 Savage and I'm gonna show you some Jedi mind tricks. Takashi left this interview a loser, but WACK 100 wanted to keep it going, so now it's turning a little bit to look like Takashi may be gaining favor with somebody in the industry that some people regard the big blood, so let's see. So it almost feel like a round two. Not that he'll ever get close enough, but it's a situation where it feel like it's being received like you back in this thing. And see, when people look at you, they look at certified gentlemen on the other side. And you're an extension of that. And to navigate, I know you navigate knowing that. It ain't nowhere around it.
Listen, all right, so put it like this.
All right.
21 Savage, I don't know the nigga. I never mentioned the nigga. The nigga mentioned me first. Remember when he released his album with Morgan Freeman?
Yeah.
He had a song called Snitches and Rats, and he had Morgan Freeman narrate the song. And he said, all rats must die. You know what I'm saying?
Was that talking about you though?
Okay. Everybody here seen my video Gooba, right? Everybody here seen my video Gooba when I got released from jail.
Right.
At 21 Savage's release album party in Atlanta. Correction. That was at his friends. His friends did that shit. They made like. Watch this. No, watch this. At his album release party is right here. 21 Savage put a mouse with rainbow hair, and he used a part of my video on a shirt with bullet holes going through it. Look.
So the idea is Takashi and a couple of other people in the industry. The idea is that they think that because people call him a rat or say that he told, that when they see him, they should react in a way that could cause them to go to prison or, crash on that. Well, I think if us as street guys or us as people that's involved with a certain level of move around with a certain level of understanding, I think if we engage with that's a loss from the get go. Well, why would you say that? WACK 100 saying that you should go right at them. WACK 100 can say that Loon gonna put some game down that you can operate with and how to survive. I'm putting game down that's gonna help the young dude survive. I ain't putting no game down that's gonna put him in a situation to crash out. Now, certain things ain't even crashing out. It's handling responsibilities, but we got to look at the current circumstances. When we look at Tekashi 6ix9ine, we see he don't play by the same rule. So you asking me to commit what could be a murder with someone that's already showed me they don't play by the rules, right? Now, whether I play by the rules or not, and you don't believe me, whatever is up for debate. That's up for you to come and find out when you push up on me. But we know for a fact that who you telling me to run up on don't play by the rules. How am I gonna put myself in a situation to say, hey, go run up on somebody and just lose? I love my hitters more than that. We want to be on defense. We want to go in court from a defense standpoint. That defense can come off and be received as offense. Like you can see me on defense and it can look like I was on offense, but that's how potent the defense is. You see what I'm saying? But we don't never want to do nothing for nothing, and we don't consider harming people that's done nothing to harm us in any kind of way, or even made us feel like that there's a situation where we may be in a situation where we won't make it home. So I want to just set the stage there, right? That the idea that they're going after and what got 21 Savage in this situation right here with Tekashi and WACK 100 is 21 should have pushed up on him. Meek Mill should have pushed up on him. When y'all see him push up on him, handle your business. Kill me, basically. I think Tekashi's been wrong about a couple of things. And I think he's wrong about that they won't do this. I think he's wrong even about the reaction of the federal government if this was to happen. I think the federal government won't even care. They've got what they've got from you. You were antagonizing people. This happened. I don't even think that how he sees it playing out is how it'll play out. But he's operating with a high level of being delusional. A very, very, very high level. When you say Chicago dudes not like that and they killing every day. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? Can't nobody see. This is the thing about somebody that don't know better. They're gonna keep playing the same game. Keep playing the same game. Keep playing the same game. This is the same game he playing. Couldn't nobody touch me. Remember? Test My Gangster when he was with the Bloods. They can't do, these rappers ain't like that. Test My Gangster. Then boom, they grab him, they touch him. He never even knew. He never even thought or saw it coming because he wasn't operating with the information. He never considered one time that Test My Gangster, They Can't Touch Me would be right next to him and they would definitely touch him. He didn't consider that part of the game. That's why he downplayed it. They can't do this to me. He didn't know. He didn't even know about that side of the game. The same way with this, what he playing. These rappers ain't like that. Man, I got money as a rapper, dog. There's people around me that'll do something to you to get in my good graces, man. I don't even got to say nothing. They know, hey, if you ever see him, it's up. Ain't nothing to talk about. Baptize him. And they know what that is. They know when they get out or whatever the situation is, that the big homie going, yeah, man, you took care of that. And I didn't send a hit. Nigga, I never talked to him about that. It was sizzling in his spirit. He couldn't wait to see him. So those people that want to be in my good graces may be gangsters. Let's just entertain the idea that you saying. Let's entertain that I ain't a gangster. Let's say that. Let's say that. You think I come from a place where ain't no gangsters around me? You think people that love me, they ain't gangsters? You think I ain't tied in with some? You don't think that ain't possible either, is it? All this money I got, ain't nobody gonna do nothing, is there? I don't understand what these people be saying. Even with WACK, like, bro, we know, bro, like, people get killed, people pay for information, man, I can hire, you don't got to hire the Bloods or the Crips to get a hit place, man. You don't got to hire no particular gang. I can go Russian with the hit. I can go Nigerian with the hit. I can go totally left field with the hit, man. I can go Mexican with the hit. I can, yo, bro, they ain't even aware of whatever ties you talking about. So that's what I'm saying. The game is bigger than where they done carved the game down so little. This is a big, hey, this ain't that. Respectfully. But let's hear a little more.
Did you go address 21 when you saw him in the club?
Why? I don't got the problem with the nigga.
Was you there with him?
Yo, why is he
With this Up There podcast.
Yo, you're shifting it. Yo, you act like I came at him. He came at me.
Did you let him know that you was there?
He see me. I sent you the video.
Wait.
You didn't send me no video of 21.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you.
Come on, my nigga.
I've talked to 21 personally, and he told me repeatedly he got no issue with you.
Yo, I gotta do this. Yo, put the camera here so I can see it. I never addressed 21-7. I don't know the nigga. The nigga put a picture of a mouse with rainbow hair and bullet holes through the shirt. They are trying to avoid it. And they're like, oh, but that's not.
So are you insinuating the mouse and rainbow hair? So what's what I'm trying to understand.
No, you trying to say 21 started with him. That's
what's wrong with the mouse and rainbow hair? Who is that?
What, WACK, if somebody put your head on some shit with a bunch of bullet holes, you would feel some way about it.
Who is the mouse with the rainbow hair?
He's trying to say what it said. Come on, WACK,
With this Up There
Who's
podcast.
the mouse with the rainbow hair? I'm asking you.
Hold on.
I'm asking you. You. Now, hold on, 6ix9ine.
That's
6ix9ine. Hold on, bro. Hold on.
With this Up There podcast.
Watch this. Your man over there, you should get rid of that nigga, man.
Oh, look.
Because that nigga said you was a rat with rainbow hair, man.
See, calculation. First WACK 100 said, hey, yo, your man said John Gotti will mess with you. You need to cut him off. He agreed with you. And right here, hey, your man kept it real and said, you the rat with the rainbow hair. You should cut. Like, that's why I'm telling you, something is off about this encounter. Something's off. Something's off. This ain't just a situation that I think just happens to be a hell of an interview. WACK 100 might be operating to the highest bidder. What you need to know.
Look, y'all can see that?
Well, why are you saying that's him?
Google, nigga. Yo, that's from Google. Nigga, all right, so look.
What you mean?
Look, long story short, look.
How the fuck did you even see that?
He see me, right?
He ain't got nothing. He's lonely in his house. All he do is study fucking videos.
Me. And when he see me, instead of I don't gotta approach you, nigga. I don't care for you.
How you know he see you?
I don't care for me. So the fact that you don't walk to my section,
all right, hold on, wait.
All rats must die. Was that in the club of security yesterday?
No, but hold on. But even if he thinks you a rat, does he have to approach you?
No,
does he gotta do something to you?
Hold on. I will say this. Wait.
I'm asking.
Wait, hold on. I will say this.
I'm asking.
Anybody that has addressed somebody in a disrespectful manner, like they got a problem with that person, and they see that person, they supposed to get at him.
So if you call somebody a rat, when you see that person, you're supposed to be prepared to move on it.
I agree with him on that. That's why I looked at Meek weird.
And I had no security in the club last night. He was there. I never came at 21 Savage. He came at me and made a whole song. He seen me.
I don't know what he's saying about 21.
These niggas ain't like that, nigga.
I don't
know. Go back to the UK with that shit, nigga.
First of all, slow down. Before you were 6'9", wait. Before you were 6'9",
I think everybody uses that joke. Everybody uses that joke, though.
Hold on. I ain't gonna let you get that off. You can't get that off because before you were 6'9", 21 was running around Atlanta doing his thing, right? As 21 Savage. So don't put him back in the UK. Maybe he was born there the first couple years. I don't know. But his roots is in the A. He earned that.
Yo, all right,
you got to give him that.
Yo, suppose he was just making a joke.
Period.
A lot of people was using that type of at your expense.
And don't play with you.
So
what you mean? You play with?
So when
how many niggas listen?
Yo, so
how many years did your statements get people?
If I lay down on the floor like King Von the way he died, don't get mad. I was just joking. So
listen, listen, and that's cool. Just be ready to, it's consequences.
With this Up There podcast.
I'm ready for all of that though.
Yeah, but I don't think your team ready. I don't think your team ready for that.
Yo.
See? That's a message right there. I don't think your team ready. I'm looking at them. They let you know what pair of eyes I come in here with. Not only is this who I am as a person, but I'm like, yo, you talking like this and this what you got? But again, you can say WACK may not know, but that could lead to the death of the boy, or at least an attempt. That piece of information right there, again, the reason people ain't moved on you is because they don't know who's around you, what's going on. Is it the police? Is it the feds? There was security. Is it security? Is there cameras? Last time something happened to you, end up being a camera in the back seat recording. Nobody even knew. Dudes in there trying to grab you. You saying their name. Yo, come on, Harvey. Come on. Right? So they don't know. They don't know what could be surrounding them. But with WACK saying things like this, very important thing.
No, listen.
I don't think I'm just being real.
Murphy said, hell nah. Murphy living a good life in Miami.
Real.
Yo, Murphy's out here getting a lot of bitches.
I'm glad that y'all seeing this because y'all, it's a lot of picking and choosing in this
I haven't picked and choose shit. Not one thing. I call a spade a spade.
Right,
if a nigga's a rat, he's a rat.
Was 21 Savage supposed to move on me in the club after addressing me a rat?
How do we know 21 even seen you in the club?
All right, let me play this.
You wasn't even there. You wasn't there, so you cheerleading. You wasn't there. But you wasn't there. Was you there? Then don't speak on it. Don't speak on it.
Hold on.
Don't speak on it. You can't speak on it. So where 21 at?
Right there.
Right where? You zoomed in. Where he at?
He's on stage.
At you, he's performing.
How the fuck he know you there? You think too much of yourself, my nigga.
I'm gonna be honest.
You think too much of yourself.
There's no way he's in the club and you don't know.
Listen, if that one
are you insinuating that this man
suck my dick with your
mouth?
No.
Hold on.
I swear to God, I'm addressing that nigga.
Hey, hold on. Wait.
See that? Now what's that about? But these are dudes that's getting tricked in the war. That's the thing with WACK 100. Don't get tricked into a war. They got him and Mel Matrix at it right now. I'm going to play that video where Mel Matrix made a phone call back out like, yo, you a blood sitting with, like, what we doing? But it could be an intel play. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like this here. You don't want to get tricked in the war, dog. You didn't even have nothing to do with this. But you standing next to a dude and then he's saying certain things. How much is this worth to you, dog? Because now do that mess you and Dirk up? Do that mess you and Roddy Rich up? Do that mess you and 21 up? Do that mess, like, how much are we losing for this, Wack? What we doing? 20 years worth building to go sit next to somebody to ruin the relationships you had? The nephew, the uncle that you talk about, we ruining that for this? Like, what we doing? We got to at some point involve ourselves with excelling. You understand me? And definitely not tearing down for the sake of a moment. A moment is cool, but we've built something that took several moments. You understand me? And you can't get tricked into going to war. It's the dumbest. It's too dumb. Don't never, ever nobody out there get tricked into going to war. Make sure war is about the principles that was mishandled. Make sure war is about the principles that was mishandled. Don't get tricked into now me and these people fighting a battle because of him and him. And you got these civilians that we call them in the back saying, yeah, Wack. Don't do that. But then, because when he disrespect like this, now what? Because if I find him and he's with you, I don't care who he's with. You know, if it was a situation where I had an issue with somebody, no matter who you with, it don't matter who you with. It don't matter who you with. Ain't no big eyes, ain't no little U's, ain't no matter who you with. Dissing on the dead people or doing certain things, certain responses is inevitable.
Wait.
Yo, Wack, do you think rappers should kind of? I think you feel ganged up on.
No, hold on.
You feel like rappers should
supposed to feel ganged up on.
You know what I think it is? No, listen.
With this update
Supposed to feel
podcast.
ganged
I
up
think
on.
you don't understand the politics that you're taking it way serious than a lot of these other rappers do. So
You're
you
supposed
get
to feel
mad, you
ganged
get
up on.
upset, you get
You
all
got
into all
niggas
that when they're not gonna
200
do anything.
years. Should you not feel ganged up on?
Yo, Wack, I just told you Cass snitched and you said that's not your problem. Why these
I ain't
rappers
seen
care?
it work, but you can send it to me. Send it to Ak, you get it to me.
Now
Okay,
I don't know
let me
paperwork.
ask you something. What do you expect
If it's
him
not
to do
taxes,
about
I don't
him
want to see it.
snitching?
I don't want
He
no
doesn't even
paperwork
know
around
it's
me.
not even.
What you mean handwritten
Right, so
ink?
I'm saying he wouldn't do anything.
Wait, what you mean
That's the same thing as
handwritten
him
ink?
not doing
But-
anything to you,
What's your name again?
Kim.
Kim, did I tell him 21 Savage?
No, this is what I'm
So
saying.
why does he care if
No,
I told?
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. It's not saying he's not saying that it's right. But you
Listen.
expect him to go do something with Cass because of that?
that's what I'm
the same
saying.
thing. He's not doing that to
So
you.
all these rappers, Snoop Dogg, that came at me for telling, did I tell on them?
No,
So why y'all picking and choosing?
You know
because
why?
of who you are.
Look who you are.
Of who you are.
Hey,
That
let me
comes
tell you
with the
something.
Hey, no.
game. You
Hey, let me
gotta
tell you
understand
something.
that comes with the game.
If I go to the Fountain Blue right now, right?
Do you know how many people
don't
hate
get
If I
mad
go
at
to
me
the
if I
Fountain
take
Blue
it too
right now,
far.
right?
Yeah.
And get drunk and start throwing up in the lobby of the Fountain Blue, somebody's gonna record me, and because I'm WACK 100.
Okay, that's right.
This is some shit motherfuckers do every day though. They get drunk in that lobby, throw up. You don't hear nothing about it. If you go over there and slip and fall into a pool in the Fountain Blue,
Right.
they're gonna talk about it because you academic. Motherfucker, do you not you don't know who you are?
Well, I guess he's thinking other.
Hey, listen, that's completely wrong. This completely wrong. When you hear somebody say, hey, Takashi, they doing this because of who you are, that's completely false. They ain't doing this because who you are. People ain't saying you a rat. You turned out to be a rat because of who you are. It's about what you did. You never heard mom and them say, hey, it ain't about what you do, it's how you do it. Look at how you came in the game. Look how you antagonized the whole game. You went in front of the game, nan and boo boo. I'm a gangster. Y'all dudes ain't like that. Getting people hurt, getting people beat up, fights, this, that, disrespecting some of the people in the game that people hold in high regard. Let's not forget, my dude, what we talking about, why they worried. You came in the game, especially if anybody should be worried, I would think it's the LA guys. You came in on the gang bang culture, the New York guys. You came in screaming New York. You saying, why are they worried? It ain't about what you done, my boy. It's about how you done it. And I ain't talking about snitching. I'm talking about how you came in the game. It ain't about who you is. Look when you got out. It was what, 300,000-400,000 people on your Instagram. You came out to Bad Boys music with girls, and you saying, why did they do this? You antagonized the whole game. Well, that's my case. Dog, you came into the rap game with that. You came into the rap game with that, home. And then our culture is based on that. I remember back in the day, because I'm an artist. I remember back in the day when Ice Cube was on fire with the next Friday and the Friday after next. And I said, you know, in my bars, this is known in the culture, people do. You know, you dissing the gang and he won't make it the next Friday like Chris Tucker. Or Friday after next like Chris Tucker. You know, whatever's happening in the culture comes up in the bars. And the whole culture saw you run through the culture rampant with the whole gangster, test my gangster, real gangster, I'm gangster. They ain't like that. And now they just showing the people, all right, the votes are in. It went the other way. It went the other way.
The rappers, though, not like the fans.
Rappers, fans, blogs, you're something to talk about. You're a fucking subject. Your subject matter. They're gonna talk about you.
That's a good point.
I've seen shit. Hold on. I've seen shit. Watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna fuck you up with this. I watched you go into a hospital or home with a patient, little kid, had cancer or something, because their wish was to meet you.
I did it 3 times.
They talked about it. That's how I know about it. I wasn't there. Good, bad, ugly, they're going to talk about it. What you expect? If people didn't talk about you, you wouldn't be as big as you are.
That's a lie. I'll tell you why.
What?
Don't I always tell you the positive they never post. They always post the negative. Don't I call your
Can't
phone
say
and
that because I know about this story from a post.
They talk about my negative.
That's true, but it's the nature of the media, though, with everybody. It's the nature of the media with
I can
everybody.
post a picture of me and my family.
It's the nature
I get
of
100
the
likes.
It's the nature of the
I
business.
post a picture of a fight, 10 million.
Yeah, it's the nature of the media with everybody.
Yo, watch this.
You might think you get it worse, but everybody do get it like that.
Watch this. Watch this. My biological father abandoned me at birth, right?
Okay.
He was a crack
Correctional officer.
That's a cop.
No,
you
it's
work
not.
for law enforcement.
It's not.
All right. So when you say
not.
you've been to jail,
You're saying that you still
That's
believe
just like
that.
you. Hey, look, Chicago, Baltimore, New Orleans. These niggas' murder rate is the highest in America, bro. So for you to say what Chicago ain't, it's crazy as
in my eyes, do you think Dirk is a killer? Look me in my eyes and tell me, is he a killer?
the Dirk I know.
Yeah. Tell me, is he a killer?
The Dirk I know.
Yeah.
Right? The Dirk I know.
You
I
taking
think
too
he's
long.
No, listen.
He's not a killer.
Listen.
A nigga listen. Like, yeah, nigga.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you.
Hey, let me be clear on even that. You hear Takashi ask WACK 100, do you think Dirk's a killer? You taking too long? You would have said, yeah, he's a killer. If people are running around saying, yeah, I'm a killer, I failed. I'll be in jail soon after. A win right there for me is for somebody to say, no, I don't think he's a killer. That's a win. Let me be clear to the babies that's listening. You don't want somebody to be able to identify you as a killer based on looking at you. That's the banana in the tailpipe. I need you to welcome yourself to come this way to make it easier for the cherry picking. You know, you heard it all the time, the catching come before the hanging. You heard it before. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't, you got to play a fool to catch a fool. So if a dude that told the police is running around saying I'm not a killer, that's a win for me.
Hey, what Dirk is. Let me tell you what Dirk is.
You put me in the same
Let
room
me
as
tell you
Dirk.
what Dirk is.
I tell you, you got
Dirk will whoop your ass, 6'9".
Hey,
Dirk will whoop your ass.
make the call right
He'll
now.
whoop your ass.
No, I'm
Listen,
saying make the call right now.
let me tell you what
WACK.
Dirk is.
Yo, WACK.
Can I tell you what
Put
Dirk
Dirk in the
is?
same room
When you
as
done
me.
talking, I'm gonna tell you what Dirk is.
Go ahead.
Dirk is from Chicago.
I don't give a fuck about these Chicago
He's
niggas.
from where he's
You like
from.
me saying I'm
Hold on,
from
With this
hold
up
on.
there
These
podcast.
fuck niggas is tougher than Chicago
Listen,
niggas.
he's from where he's from. He's from where he's from, right? He's authentically who he is from where he's from. He was not placed over there because he was a rapper and he could do this. Because we watched Dirk start and fizzle the fuck out and go away. 4-5 years. He moved to New York at one point in time, trying to get back on. Then he came back, right? So Dirk is definitely an entertainer, but he is from where he's from. You and Dirk are not the same. You and Dirk are not the same. We don't know what Dirk doing.
Are you saying he's invalidated because you don't feel he was in it from the get-go?
Definitely wasn't.
Yo, wait. I said, is Dirk a killer? Look me in my eyes and tell me that.
We personalizing the Dirk, but we can get to the point before. I think the point with you,
we don't talk about who's killers.
Wait.
We don't talk about those kind of things.
Whack.
Hold on, bro.
No, whack.
See, what you gotta understand is you can't drag me into your definition of being gangster.
No, whack.
Those things you're talking about, a real gangster's not gonna talk about.
Wait.
It's real shit.
I'm gonna rephrase what he's saying. I'm
not.
Yo, whack.
I don't know. I'm telling you out my mouth. I don't know King Von.
And see, you hear Takashi talk about I don't politic, we don't politic. I think he should be honest with himself and the people and say he's afraid to politic. You don't politic because you understand the consequences surrounding harm and you have to be handled by law enforcement. I politic because the circumstances around harming me initiates war. And I stand on that. So the politicking is like you'll see our president go meet with Iraq president or one of these other countries' president in the heat of it could be the heat of the moment. It could be things going on. You know, if you harm this, you know what's going on. We trying to figure this out. Right? I'm coming to your side of the world. How we gonna do this? You understand what I'm saying? So I think he should be honest and just say, I'm scared to politic. But you diss Dirk, you diss these rappers, you know. Hey man, you know, they went on and on and on and on and on. And later we'll get into the 21 Savage and what it spawned into, because 21 Savage and WACK 100 are now into it because of this situation. And Takashi, see, an enemy of my enemy is my friend. These are some of the oldest game. This is old game. This is old laws. This is old. Supposed to know this. Operating with this information is supposed to be just, yeah, you dig what I'm saying? So understand that. But we'll get to the 21 Savage a little later. We're gonna get off of Takashi for a second. So much to talk about. We got the Locks and Dipset. We want to visit that, man. Such a great verses. I would say one of the best verses thus far. We're going to take a very, very quick break, come back with the Locks, Dipset, and we're going to get into what we get into, man. We appreciate everybody that's tuned in, tapped in. It's Up There Podcast. We'll be right back.
After this break, we'll be back breaking the game down with It's Up There Podcast. Stay tuned.